Why does everything feel upside down lately? Why are you told to be ashamed of your country, your beliefs, even your manhood? You feel it in your gut, like something's off, but no one will name it. They say you're crazy, that it's just progress, but it's not. It's a war, a culture war, and America is the battlefield. This war doesn't use bombs or bullets, it uses shame, censorship, confusion. It doesn't march with uniforms, it creeps in with slogans. It doesn't take cities, it takes minds. Most people don't even realize it's happening, because that's the point. If you don't know you're being attacked, you won't fight back. You've felt it. The moment you stop mid-sentence, unsure if what you're about to say is still acceptable. The post you delete before clicking send. The silence in a room when the wrong truth is spoken. They redefine words, twist meanings, rewrite history. Suddenly, what was once good is now evil. What was once truth is now hate speech. Patriotism becomes prejudice. Masculinity becomes toxic. Faith becomes ignorance. And if you question it, you're labeled dangerous. This war is everywhere, but you won't see it on the news. It's in the schools, where kids are taught what to think, not how to think. In California, students can change their gender identity at school without their parents ever being told. In some classrooms, the American flag is removed while pride flags hang from the walls. Kids are told their country is built on hate, that their history is something to apologize for. It's in media, where lies are called facts and facts are called hate. You've seen it. CNN called riots mostly peaceful while buildings burned behind the reporter. Violence is ignored if it doesn't fit the narrative. Truth is buried, obedience is rewarded. It's in your language. Say the wrong word, you're canceled. Say illegal alien and you might get flagged. Say mother, and you're told to say birthing person instead. Some colleges even ban the word American because it's too exclusive. It's in your gender. A man wins a women's NCAA championship, and you're told to applaud it. Boys are discouraged from being boys. Strength is mocked. Fragility is praised. Ads portray fathers as fools and masculinity as a problem to fix. It's in your faith. Schools ban Christmas displays but celebrate Pride Month. Christian athletes are mocked for praying while others kneel for politics. Biblical values are now labeled as hate. This is not coincidence. It's coordinated. This isn't some shadowy conspiracy, it's a visible alliance of media, academia, and corporate culture working to control the story you live in. From legacy newsrooms to Ivy League lecture halls, from Netflix writers' rooms to HR departments, they speak with one voice: obey. They don't govern by law, they govern by shame, they use guilt, they tell you your history is evil, your skin color is privilege, your values are outdated, they want you to feel small, so you won't speak up. In corporate training videos, you're told to examine your privilege. In college, you're graded not just on knowledge, but on conformity. On social media, even jokes are policed. Satire gets flagged. They use distraction, feed you endless dopamine, social media, entertainment, numb the mind so you forget who you are. You scroll for hours, fed distraction, never direction. They sell you dopamine, but never purpose. They use division, split you by race, by class, by belief. Because a divided people won't resist. They tell you you're oppressed, or the oppressor. They make you pick a side. They turn classmates into enemies, neighbors into threats. Unity is dangerous to them, so they replace it with categories. They don't need chains to enslave you, just fear. Fear of standing out, of being labeled, of being alone. People stay silent not because they agree, but because they're afraid. Afraid of losing their job, their friends, their future. That fear is their greatest weapon. They don't want a better world. They want a managed one. A world where dissent is punished, where history is rewritten, and where truth is decided by elite committees in boardrooms and faculty lounges. This is the cultural regime, from Hollywood to Harvard to Silicon Valley, pushing guilt, fear, and division as tools of control. If you want to understand this war, ask, what's the goal? The answer isn't chaos, it's control. If they can strip away your history, your values, your faith, your gender, they can rebuild you. Not as a free individual, but as a compliant subject. A person with no roots, no story, no truth is easy to shape. If you don't know who you are, someone else will decide for you. This war is about identity. Because if they erase that, they win everything else. A high school teacher in Virginia refused to call a female student by male pronouns. He did it out of principle, not hate. He believed in truth. He was suspended, then fired. Not because he failed at his job, but because he refused to lie. In women's college swimming, a biological male won the national championship. The women on the podium stood silent. One stepped away in protest. She knew it wasn't fair, but saying so made her the villain. Riley Gaines, a female swimmer, spoke out. She demanded fairness in sports. She was heckled, threatened, and attacked on campus. But she didn't back down, because standing for truth now takes more courage than ever. But here's the truth. You are not alone. A new generation is waking up. Patriots, believers, free thinkers, men who refuse to bow. They meme, they speak, they build. They know this isn't just about politics, it's about survival. They don't want to destroy the system, they want to restore the soul of a nation built on freedom, courage, and truth. The question isn't, is there a war? The question is, will you fight? Fighting doesn't mean violence, it means courage, to speak truth, to live with conviction, to refuse to apologize for being American. Wear the flag, defend the family, live what matters. Start small, speak honestly. Stand for something, turn off the noise, pick up a book, build strength in your body and in your spirit. Start with what you can control, your body, your mind, your voice. Learn your real history. Train like your freedom depends on it, because it does. Form bonds with men who think like you. Speak truth even if your voice shakes. Refuse to lie, refuse to bend, refuse to be owned. Turn your life into a front line, your home into a fortress, your habits into weapons. You don't need permission to be strong. You don't need approval to be honest. This war isn't won by politicians, it's won by men who live like it already matters. No one is coming to save you. Not the news, not the government, not your phone. You are the line. They built their empire on silence. Your courage cracks its foundation. They don't fear what's loud. They fear what's true. They fear men who know who they are and refuse to apologize for it. They fear women who raise strong children with strong values. They fear fathers who stay, mothers who fight, communities that won't cave. They fear teachers who speak truth even when it costs them. They fear students who question the script. They fear workers who won't bow to the corporate line. They fear people who live without permission, who build without their blueprint, who speak without their script. Because once you stop asking for their approval, you become unstoppable. You are the line. One day your son might ask you what you stood for. Your daughter will ask what you protected. Will you say you were silent, or will you say you stood your ground? This isn't just about stopping a fall, it's about rebuilding the rise. America is not just a memory, it's a mission. America isn't lost yet, but it won't be saved by silence. This culture war won't be won in Washington, it'll be won in homes, in hearts, in voices like yours. Stand up, speak out, and never, ever be ashamed of who you are. You're not just in the war. They told you to be ashamed, but you remember who you are. You were never the problem. You were always the target. And now, you're becoming the answer. You are the resistance.